Welcome everyone, I'm Ange, and today I have a great workout for you. We're gonna target that core. We're gonna work your whole body, but special emphasis on the core, and we're using my favorite prop, the mini ball. If you don't have a mini ball, do this workout with me anyway. You can do all the exercises without it, but the mini ball really does add something, so you're gonna wanna get one. They're really fun. All right, we're gonna get right into this. Let's come around, face the front edge of the mat, and scoot as far forward as you can so you have some space behind you. Take your ball, place it between your inner thighs, hands on the shins, and think of getting as tall as you can. Let's take a breath in through the nose and exhale forward out through the mouth. We flex over the legs. Breathing in, stack the spine from tail to head, and exhale, flex forward. Feeling the abdominals contract as you breathe out, getting a little taller as you breathe in. One more time. And rise. Arms out in front of you. Let's head into our half roll back. Breathing in to prepare. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, scoop the belly, come into this half roll back position and hold. You've got this long C shape through your spine. Flip your palms and let's pull the elbows back. Squeeze the ball for 5, 4. Keep breathing here. Exhaling as you pull. 3 and 2. You're doing great. Feeling the abs already. 1. Rise up. Flip the palms down, flex over your legs, breathe in, stack up, reaching forward, and roll back again. Exhale, squeeze the ball. Feel how that inner thigh connection helps you here. Flip your palms, pull the elbows back, feel the back muscles, and reach. Draw the shoulder blades together. 4 more. 3, you're doing great. Make sure you're not all the way back here. Okay, 2. And 1. Reach, palms flip down, flex over your legs, and stack up. 1 more time, roll back. This is your chance to perfect this. Make sure those collarbones are wide, chin is lifted off the chest, gaze forward, pull. 5, 4, 3, squeezing that ball still, 2, and 1. Reach. Let's stack all the way up, and now we're gonna roll down all the way to lay on our back. 1 vertebrae at a time. Squeeze the ball, nice and slow. Control the movement. Palms come down by the sides as the head reaches the mat. Pull the feet a little closer to the seat. Getting ready for our hip rolls. Push those feet down into the mat. Feel the legs connect. Curl the tailbone under and roll up through the spine, all the way up to your bridge. You can push down into the feet, into the hands, melt the spine down from the upper back, middle back, and then lower back, and then release to your heavy tailbone. Let's do that again. Tilt the tailbone under, roll up. Resting between the shoulder blades, let's soften our ribs, lift our glutes, feel the sit bones drawing together as you squeeze the ball and roll down. Great job. You should be feeling the glutes at the top. This is a nice massage for your spine, but you are working. Keep going as I'm talking here, and you can just go at your own pace. Let your breath set the pace for you, guide you through this workout. Very nice. 1 more. Rolling back. Push into the heels, push into the hands. Feel the glutes holding at the top. Let's reach the arms up, flip the palms in, opening the arms nice and wide, and then bringing them back up. Hands above the shoulders, hands open out to the sides, and they come back up. Keep going. Now let's fold at the hips, hinge down, tap the tail as the hands open, and exhale, everything lifts. 4 more. 3. Really push into those heels. Squeezing that ball. 1. Holding here. Let's scissor our arms for 8, 7, 6. Push those heels into the ground. Draw those sit bones together. 2, 1. Both hands up. Roll through your spine again. Releasing to your heavy tail. Grab your ball. and grab behind one leg to help rock you up to a seated position. Now take the ball and place it behind your back at about the tips of your shoulder blades or your bra line. Hands behind the head, just gently framing the sides of your head with those fingertips. And let's do a few pelvic tilts. Tilt the tail back and forward. Notice here, I'm coming into what we call an imprint in Pilates. I'm lengthening the lower back and then I'm extending. And good, one more time. We're just bringing some awareness to our pelvis here. Now see if you can find that in-between place. Your tail feels nice and heavy. You've got a neutral curve. I want you to see if you can maintain this. No movement here. Let's focus the movement on the upper part of our spine. So our thoracic spine, we're inhaling, we're coming back to extend over the ball. We're exhaling, feeling the abdominals to draw us up, taking some weight off of the ball. 4 more, inhale back. Exhale, lift. 3. Starting to wake up the upper fibers of those abs. And 1. Holding at the top here. Now lift the left leg up. Let's inhale, tap the toes. Exhale, lift them up. Inhale, reach for the end of the mat, keeping that bend at the knee. Keep going. We have 3, 2, 1. If that feels good, come into a long leg with me. You can always stick with the tap. We're adding an extension and we're coming up. The leg reaches long as we extend over the ball and come on up. Take a look at my pelvis here. Notice nothing's changing. When I come up, I'm not tucking under to get that leg up further. I'm just maintaining that stable pelvis, really working my awareness, my strength, my control. Now let's add a twist. Ready? Twist. Inhale through center and extend, and twist. You could still continue with the toe tap, and if it's too much, you can just stay here and take out the extension. Okay, I have to figure out my coordination. I think we have about 2 more. And last one. And put the foot down, extend over the ball, breathe, expand the abs just for a second. Right back up. We start with the toe taps on the right leg. Inhale, tap. Exhale, up. 4. Feel as though the lower abdominals are zipping in and up to pull that knee up. 1 more. Lift. Now extend the leg. If you're coming with me, extend, otherwise tap, and you're extending over the ball. Come on in. Inhale. So this is called a longer lever when we straighten the leg. And it moves further away from us, so it makes it just a little bit harder to stabilize, but you're still working hard regardless of the variation you're choosing. Modifications are awesome if they work better for you, so take that if that's better for you today. Let's go into our obliques. Inhale to reach, exhale, twist. Let the ball move a little behind you to really feel that twist. Good job. 3 more. If we're not exact on numbers from side to side because of my cueing, don't worry about it. You can always do an extra if you're a counter. You have a pause button, but don't worry. We're gonna put that foot down now. Extend over the ball. You should be feeling those abs nice and spicy. And lift up. Grab behind one leg, use it to rock you up. Now we're taking that ball off to the side, crisscross the ankles, coming over onto all 4s. Take the ball back between the inner thighs. Okay, you can always choose to put the ball off to the side if the ball feels too big. I'm gonna keep mine here for today. Bring the feet out so that they're in line with the knees. The hands are underneath the shoulders. Breathing in. Exhale, squeeze the ball, zip up, wrap the core, and hover the knees. We have a hold here for 5, 4, keep breathing, 2, 1. We inhale down just for a moment. Exhale, push into the mat with the hands and the feet, hover. 5, 4, 3, draw those abs in, squeeze the ball, lower down. 1 more time, inhale, exhale, squeeze and hover. 5, 4. I want you to feel the stability as you press the mat away from you. Your neck is long. Good. Now we're gonna hold here just for a few pulses. Let's squeeze the ball. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and send the seat up and back. Adjust the feet. You're in a downward facing dog. From here, I want you to find that rest position. This is actually supposed to be a rest pose. So think of pressing the sternum back, the chest back towards those thighs, and thinking about nice long legs, a little bend if you need. If your heels can't reach the ground, that's okay. Breathe into it. Biceps framing the ears, your neck is relaxed. Let's come all the way back down and take the ball out. The ball is now coming underneath the right hand. Breathing in. Let's exhale, just press into the ball. Notice how that helps the core engage. Pay attention to that. Inhale, release the ball. Exhale, press and feel that wrapping, zipping up sensation of the deep core. Inhale, imagine the ball is blowing up in your hand as the rib cage expands, the pelvic floor expands. Exhale, press. Watch my core. Inhale. Exhale. You see that contraction? It's gentle, right? We don't have to overdo it, but we get some expansion on the inhale. And then we get that nice wrapping on the exhale. Now let's take the ball a little bit closer to our thigh and roll it underneath the opposite arm, coming to rest on the forearm for a big stretch, a rotation. And come on up. 4 more. Nice shoulder stretch as you rest. And 3. This is your break. 2. Enjoy it. 1. Lovely job. Okay, from here, we're taking the ball, we're placing it under the right knee. So I want you to get both sets of toes on the ground. You're gonna feel how your hips are off center a little bit. From here, we breathe in. We exhale, pull that left hip up so that it's in line with the right hip. And then let the left knee drop. Lift it up, balance out the hips, and down. Keep pressing the mat away from you, creating that nice stability in the shoulders. 2 more. Feeling maybe some work in the sides of your waist. Lift and hold right here. Now we reach the left leg back, squeeze the glute, square off the hips. We pull it in and reach, in and reach. We have 3 and 2. You're doing so well. Keep going. Last one. Hold the leg here, flex the foot. Let's pulse it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Feeling how that instability of the ball really helps activate the core. Bring the leg down and take the ball out. Very nice. It's going underneath the left hand. We'll repeat all of that on the other side. Breathing in, expand. Exhale, press into the ball, but think of that press coming from the center. Inhale, expand. Exhale, press. Let's do about 3 more. Bringing awareness to your transversus abdominis, that corset muscle that wraps around your waist, that gives you all that stability that we're looking for, that strength, that flat tummy, aids in balance. I think this is an extra. That's okay. Press. All right, quick break. We take the ball, we roll it under, thread the needle, rotate through the thoracic spine, stretch the shoulder, come on up. 4 more. And 3. This just feels so good, doesn't it? 2. And 1. All right, here we go with our balance work, putting the ball underneath the left knee, and lift that other knee just for a second so you can get everything nice and even, the feet and the hands. Drop it down. Prepare as we inhale. Exhale, lift the right knee, the right hip evens out with the left hip, and we drop the knee down. 4 more. I want you to feel like this work is coming from the center. 3. And 2. Check in with your head. If it's down here looking back at the ball, I want you to bring your gaze out to the end of your mat. Okay, let's hold. Find that squareness through the hips, through the shoulders. The core is engaged. Reach the right leg back. Pull it in. Reach it back. 4. 3. We really could do 10 of these, but it's an express workout. So you could pause and do more if you want, if you really like that. Hold, flex the foot, pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Make sure there's some weight in the ball, not just in your hands. Hold, lower the leg down. Amazing job. Now from here, let's come right onto the side body. We're taking the ball between the inner thighs and lengthen out. Use the back edge of your mat as a guide here. And the top arm is just gonna be on the mat. The bottom arm can either be straight or bent. It's a little bit harder if it's straight. It's a less base of support, which is what we're going for here. Okay, so test this out. If you need to bend the arm, if it's better for your neck, you can go ahead and do that. Let's make sure our hips are stacked, not rolling back. Shoulders are stacked, legs are reaching long. Think of creating a little mouse hole space here. So you may not actually have space, but just think of engaging those lower abdominals, and we're lifting the ball up and we're lowering it down. So check this out. I'm working through my top side obliques a little. You can feel that they're working. My bottom inner thigh is working. My hips are working. Everything is working. Lots of stability required here. One more like this. And now let's squeeze that ball, lift the legs up, and we're going to roll onto the bum cheek and pull the ball in and roll back. Okay, so this hand, it can come up with you and reach towards the ball and then back to the mat, or you could just keep it on the mat if that feels better. So play with it. We'll do a few more of these just because we're getting used to it. Let's go for 3. Control, control. 2. This is the beginning of our teaser. 1, holding at the top, reaching both arms out in front of you, scooping out the belly as you lift the breastbone. Now let's see if we can reach the legs long into teaser. If not, just hold with the legs bent. Reach. Whew. It's a lot of work for the legs too, right? 2 more, you're doing so well. Last one, bend. Come back to your side, lengthen onto the mat. Nice job. Take the ball out, and we're coming onto our tummy. We'll do the other side in a moment, reaching the ball out in front. And we'll go into some back work, some back core, back body, pushing down into the ball with the top of the ball with the hands rather. Legs are long, hip distance apart and parallel. Let's push down into the ball as we hover one leg up off the mat, nice and long and straight. And release it down, release the ball. Push into the ball, lift the other leg, lower it down, release. Keep going like this, exhaling to push into the ball, lift the leg, inhaling to lower. Your gaze is just out in front of you on the mat, your neck is long. You're feeling your core engage with every press and lift of that leg. 4 more here, 4. Feel like the kneecap is drawing up the thigh as you lift the leg. 2 more. Trying to keep the tailbone reaching long to the back end of your mat. Good job. Now bring the legs slightly wider, turn them out. Push down into the surface of that ball again and pull the ball towards you as you lift the chest into your swan dive. And inhale forward. Exhale, push and lift. Inhale forward. Now let's reverse that breath actually. Let's inhale. See if that helps you get a little higher. Exhale forward. So you can play with the breath. You don't have to do exactly what I'm telling you to do. Play with it. See what feels better for you. Just don't hold your breath, okay? The only thing I ask of you is just never to hold your breath. Last one. Lift and lower down. Let's bring those legs back to parallel, pushing down into the surface of the ball again. Feel the lats engage. Lift both legs this time. Zip those kneecaps up the thighs, and let's do our flutter, our swimming. Inhale for 5, and exhale for 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. One more set. Push down into the ball, lift through the chest, and hold both legs out. Relax it down. Now from here, picking up the ball's in the right hand, the left hand is just hovering beside. Let's reach back around and pass the ball behind our back, lifting the chest, and then bring the arms forward, keeping the ball in the left hand, looking straight down. Inhale as you lift up. Think of coming out of the water. This is our breaststroke. So take a breath of air as your chest lifts, and then dive into the water. Exhale. Inhale, reach. and exhale, pass the ball and bring it forward. So as I do this, I'm passing the ball behind my back only so that I'm not just passing in a big circle. Each time my arms come forward, the ball is in the other hand. One more. Hold here, push down into the ball. Both legs hover. Let's go into those swimming legs. And here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Get as long as you can from head to toes. One more round. And exhale. Hold, lower, pick up the ball. It's in the right hand. We pass it back. We reach it forward, dive in. Inhale, lift out of the water. Exhale, reach. 4 more. When you come up, your neck is still long. You're gazing at the end of your mat, not at the wall, right? So always think of having the back of the neck really long. Hold in front of you, lower the ball down, roll it towards your chest as you come up into a shell stretch and just have the ball under your hands. Now roll the ball forward, let it come under your wrists, and exhale, pull it in, round your spine. Inhale, forward, lengthen. Exhale, scoop and round. 2 more. This feels so great, doesn't it? Last one. All the way up. Okay, we're going back into some supine work, which just means laying on your back. So let's find that roll down. Arms out in front. Scoop the belly, tuck the tail. 1 vertebrae at a time finds the mat. We come on down, and here we go. We are going to lift the seat. Put the ball right under the tail. So that flat part at the base of your spine, called your sacrum, is resting right on the top, the apex of the ball. Okay, from here, lifting the legs to see if it's in the right spot. Mine is not, so adjust. You should feel unstable, but not like the ball is going to pop out from under you. Should feel like it's balanced under you. All right, so like I said, we want to feel unstable. That's the point. We're going to go into your leg reaches, or you could go into your toe taps if you want to regress it a little bit. I'm doing the single leg stretch. I reach one leg, pull it in, and reach the other leg, pull it in. Reach and pull. Feel how the lower abdominals really have to work here to keep you stable on that ball. Let's go a little faster. Let's go 8. Passing in space. 7, 6. If you want to make it a little harder, lift the arms up. 4, 3. The leg that's reaching is really strong. 1. Now that top leg reaches up. Arms come down just to get your bearings. Let's do our scissor double pulse. Inhale as we pass, exhale, pulse. Try to keep that sensation of heaviness of the tail into the ball. 4, 3, you got it. 2, 1, hold here. Big rotation of the legs out and switching those legs in space. And again, windmill those legs around and switch. Keep going like this, maybe lifting your arms to see what happens. Right? If you roll off the ball, no biggie. Just get back into position and join me. Whew. Let's do 2 more. 1 more, really unstable. And I love that because I know my core is working. All right, both legs lift up. Let's turn the legs out, lower them down in space so they're on a 45. Flex your feet, heels stay together as the knees bend. Let's reach, point the toes. This is our frog. Inhale to reach. Exhale, zip those inner thighs. Let's go 5 more. 4, feel that core. Touch it. Should be on. 2, this workout is appropriate whether you're postpartum or you're an advanced practitioner. Last 1, all right? You can do it either way. You can make this workout your own. You could slow it down, speed it up, or just enjoy it at the pace I'm going. Let's bend the knees and pull them into the chest. Give yourself a little break. Very nice. Now let's put the feet down and press into the feet so much, using that ground to really engage the hamstrings and the glutes so that your bum comes off of the ball. Take the ball out, lower the hips down, but let's place the ball now underneath the right foot. So you're in bridge position. Legs are hip distance apart, so heels in line with sitting bones, but you've got that instability now on the one side, just like when we were on 4 points. So from here, we'll be pushing into the mat foot, so your left foot to rise up. Feel that left glute, left hamstring, squeeze the glutes, draw those sit bones together, soft ribs. Inhale, lower down, just to tap the mat. Exhale, lift. Revisiting kind of what we did earlier, right? And lift. You could lift the arms. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Just 2 more. So you should be feeling the left glute, maybe a bit of the right hamstring. Hold here, elbows down or arms all the way down. Let's roll the ball gently away, pull it in, adjust so that your foot is in the right spot. Reach and pull, no weight in the ball. All the weight is in the left leg. 2, 1, pull it in. Now push that foot down into the ball. So now we're working on the right leg as the left leg lifts up and taps for 5, 4, hips are level, glutes are on. If you end up down here, squeeze and lift up. Don't let those hips drop. Last time. Woo, foot down, hips down. If you got a hamstring cramp, don't worry about it. Next time, just do it with your feet on the ground. Take the ball out of it. You'll build up the strength in the glutes, and hopefully your hamstrings will let go over time. Just don't stress, okay? Modify as you need to, and make sure you're drinking your water, because that helps too. All right, switching sides. Now we're pushing down into that right foot. Right glute is on. We lift, squeeze, abs are in. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Maybe reach the arms up. 3, 2, slow and controlled here. Really be mindful. Where should we feel this? In the glutes, in the core. We're lifting up, we're holding, elbows down, lots of power through the deep core, through the stabilizing leg. Roll the ball away, pull it in. 4, 3, don't rush it. I know I said you could speed it up if you want, but don't go too fast. Last one, push into the ball, adjust if you need to. Level off the hips, squeeze those glutes higher. Make sure the ribs aren't popping up too much. Let's lift the right leg, tap, and lift. Tap, now you're working the left leg and the obliques. Woo. Is this an extra? Let's do it. And lower the leg, toe ball, heel to the mat. Lower down. Okay, let's put both feet on top of the ball. Toes on there. Roll it away. Let it come under your ankles and just flex your feet. Ah, feels good. And point the toes. Pull it in. Roll away. Flex. And come on in. One more time. And come on in. Now we go to the other side. You thought I forgot? I did not forget. We're just getting flow, right? We're working through the body on the mat so that we can flow from one side to the other. All right, we've got that ball between the ankles and we're lengthening down using the back edge of the mat. We're getting nice and square to meet. And from here, lengthen the top leg, engage those underside obliques. I almost rolled forward. So you can see how this is work just laying here, right? Now let's lift and lower. 3 more like this. 3, gently squeezing up with that bottom inner thigh. 2, you feel that work here, maybe right here. All right, now we lift, roll onto that bottom glute, lift the chest, bend the knees, reach the arm or keep it on the mat, and come back into it. This side's so much harder for me. You can probably see that. And you might feel that too, that one side's easier than the other, totally normal. And down. 3 more. You've got it. Draw those abs in. Have fun with it. 2. Last one. All right, hold. Lift the other arm up. Ready? Reach. Maybe you reach, maybe you don't. I'm gonna go for it. 4 more. 3. Draw those abs in. Lift the breastbone. And 1, hold, hold, hold. Whoo, bend, reach that arm. Come all the way back down. And you're on your side. Beautiful job. Let's take that ball out. Come on up. And we're sitting up on our sitting bones. Let's bring the legs about mat distance apart and do some rotation and some flexion, little stretch through the hamstrings as well. So let's start with just a spine stretch forward before we add that rotation, getting tall. If Fingertips on the ball. Roll the spine one bone at a time and flex forward, rolling the ball, comes underneath the heel of the hand, and then roll back up and grow tall. This just feels nice, right? Just a little break. So when you're working with the ball and you're rolling it, try not to fingertip it. Try to just roll it and let it go where it wants to go. It's a much nicer experience, much smoother. One more time, one vertebrae at a time. We roll forward, we stack up. Now let's hold the ball. Bring the legs a little closer. So you can keep the legs squeezing together here, or you can crisscross applesauce, whatever helps you get nice and lifted and that neutral curve in your lumbar spine, whatever feels more comfortable. Squeeze the ball, feel the core engage, and we twist to one side. Release a little, then go a little deeper. A little deeper, come to center, inhale. Exhale, squeeze, release a little, go a little deeper. A little deeper, inhale. Other side, keep going. And inhale, center. Exhale, 2 and 3 and center. One more time each way. Twist, feel the obliques and center. Last time, always getting taller. Thinking about that with every inhalation and lower down, crisscross the legs. We're coming out onto all fours again. And we're gonna end off with that downward facing dog. So the ball can actually come off to the side. And let's just tuck the toes, breathe in. Exhale, wrap the core, hover, and then lift up. So from here, I want you to really think about pressing those hips up and back, the chest towards the thighs, the hands push into the mat as you stretch the shoulders. And then maybe if your knees are bent, your heels lifted, maybe you try to straighten them just a little bit more. Don't force it, but breathe into it. Inhale and exhale a little deeper. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Maybe pedal out your feet, whatever feels good really. Move it around. And after this breath cycle, we're actually going to rise up to a standing position. So let's walk our hands back towards our feet. Hang out here, scoop the belly, let the arms and the head dangle, and then we roll up from tail to head. And we'll leave the ball where it is. We'll do one of my favorite stretches. I call it around the world. Really, really nice, feels great. Let's bring the arms out into a T. Legs are wider than the hips. One hand drops down as the other arm lifts up, and we come into a side bend. Now we rotate towards the opposite leg, dive down towards it, fingertips sweep across the front edge of the mat to the other foot, cartwheel the inside arm up, and find that T. Now that same arm that just lifted, it comes over into your side bend. We're going the other way. Rotate, twist. This is kind of like the saw, but with some added lateral flexion. Keep going like this. Maybe get some pace. Sweep it around, cartwheel it up. Lift, over, rotate, sweep and lift. 2 more, because it feels amazing. And last one, reach it up and scoop. Feel how the core is even working here, even as we're stretching and cooling down. And bring the arms down, heel toe the feet into center. And let's do one final big breath together. Reach those arms up. Press the arms down, bring the palms together in front of your heart. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. You worked really hard. I hope you enjoyed that class. I would love to know what you thought of it, so feel free to leave me a comment, reach out and leave me a message, send me any questions that you have, and if you enjoyed it, please share it with a friend and give this video a like. Thanks again everyone for being here with me today, and I'll see you next time on the mat.